All right, so let's start this recording, and we're gonna do, this is like 9.6. We're gonna be graphing parabolas. That's what we're gonna be doing. So let's do that. It's called quadratic functions and their graphs. And I believe quadratic functions using so it's going to be 1 to 9.6. Quadratic functions and their graphs, okay? So first, we're going to be graphing parabolas. We're going to go and revisit graphing parabolas and the square function. You guys remember the formula for the family of square functions that we did, but that was way back at the beginning. So a quadratic function let me do this one. So a quadratic function is any function written in this form. F of x, ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0, okay? It can also be written as the family of square functions. The family of square functions. So let me just do it here. We have f of x, x minus h squared plus k, where a, the absolute value of a, when it's less than 1, is a horizontal stretch, okay? And when it's greater than 1, it's a vertical stretch. Okay, and when a is less than 0, the reflection, there's reflection about the x-axis. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so let's write that down. Now, we're gonna introduce 2 new concepts to this form, okay? So then, let me write that down here. So now we will introduce 2 new concepts to this form. And the first concept, let me do it in different colors so you guys see it. Okay? The first one is the vertex of the parabola. Is h comma k. That's the vertex. And that's the vertex even in this way too. Vertex is the turning point. The turning point. Now, the other concept is the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry. We always write it AOS, axis of symmetry. And what is the axis of symmetry? It's the vertical line. X equals to h. Why h? Because h is x. So it's this line. The one is perpendicular to the axis. And it goes this way. This is the axis of symmetry. And this is h comma k. Okay, and the same. This is our axis of symmetry. And what does the axis of symmetry do? It splits the graph in half. And we can see that, okay? And we're gonna practice some graphing. So the first exercise, this one says graph f of x, x plus 2 squared plus 2. All right. So I know x minus h squared plus k, right? So my vertex is what? Equals to h comma k. So what is h? Negative 2. And what is k? 2. And the axis of symmetry is x equal to negative 2. So now let's do the graph. So let's do the negative 2 comma 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? So we said that if we have This is the vertex, -2, 2. Now the 2, the -2 is the what? The axis of symmetry. So we found the vertex and we found the axis of symmetry. Let me give you another one. Number 2 says f of x equals to 1/3 x minus 4 minus 3. So again, sorry, this is right. So based on this, my vertex is what? H is +4 and K is going to be -3. And my axis of symmetry, x equals to h, is equal to 4. Now, this one over here, if it's, in this case, what do we have? 1/3, right? That's less than 1. And we said that when it was less than 1, it was going to be a horizontal stretch. So let me graph this. So let's locate 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So here's 4, -3, right? So it's gonna be somewhere like this. And with the axis of symmetry, which is 4. Axis of symmetry equals to 4. So now, if they said find, this is more graphing, okay? It says graph y equals to x squared minus 2x minus 3. And it says find the vertex and any intercepts. Find the vertex and any intercepts, okay? First, notice that the equation is not in the vertex form. So first thing, I'm gonna write it down, something that we have to notice, the equation is not in the vertex form, which is this one. It's not in this form. This vertex form, does this remind you of any quadratic forms we recently used? Remember? Yes, it does. It looks like you have completed the square, doesn't it? It looks like we have completed the square. So the question here is, does the vertex form remind you of any quadratic form we recently used? The answer is yes, it does. It looks like you have completed the square. And we're going to complete the square to convert it into the vertex form. We're going to do that. So the quadratic form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c, which is the one that we have here. When we complete the square, what do we get? The vertex form, which is what? Ax minus h squared plus k. All right? So when we complete the square, from the quadratic form, we get to the vertex form. And we're going to do that with this one. So let's do it. So we have, where's my pencil? We have y is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 3. Right? So we said x squared minus 2x, remember, plus equals to 3. Now, half of this is negative 1. Now we're going to times raised to the power of 2, we get 1. Whatever I add here, I need to add it on this side. Now, let me factor this. X minus 1 squared equals to 4, right? And because we're moving it to this side, it's going to be x minus 1 squared minus 4. So y is equal to x minus 1 squared minus 4. Now it's in the vertex form. Ax minus h squared plus k. Right? There we go. So what is my vertex? We said was h, k. So it's going to be 1 comma negative 4. That's my vertex. Now, axis of symmetry, we said x equals to h. X equals to 1. So we did this part, right? Now, what about the intercepts? Because he was asking us find the vertex and any intercepts. Okay, let's see. What about the intercepts? So, you guys remember the y-intercept occurs when what? When x is equal to 0. And x-intercept occurs when y is equal to 0. Okay? And we can use the vertex forms for this. You can use the vectors form for this. So let's do it. So we have y is equal x minus 1 squared minus 4. Remember, that's our vertex form. Right? Now, We're gonna do the y-intercept. That means x is equal to 0. So we're gonna have -1 squared minus 4. This is going to be 1 minus 4. Y is going to be equal to -3. So what do we have? 0, comma, -3. When x is equal to 0, y is equal to -3. Now, let's do the other one. X-intercept. That means when y is equal to 0. So let's do it. So we have, what do we have? We have 0 equal to x minus 1 squared minus 4. Let's move this one to the side. If we square both sides, square root, sorry. So this is going to be what? Plus and minus 2, and this one will be x minus 2. So my answer is going to be, I'm going to move everything to the side. 2. Oh, not a 2, it's a 1. Sorry. Oops. This is 1. So it's going to be 1 plus minus 2. Which is what? X can be 1 plus 2, 1 minus 2. So it's going to be 3, and it's going to be -1. So it's going to be 3, 0, and -1, 0. Okay? So here we go. We got this point, and this point of intersection. So let's do it. We're going to use this information to sketch the graph. So the first one is going to be my vertex. My vertex was 1, -4. So it's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here. 1, -4. Right away I know this is my axis of symmetry. Now let's do 0, -3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 0. And -1, 0. Stay there, and 3, 0. So it's like I'm going this way and this way. Those 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4 points, counting this one. Right? Oh no. No. It needed to be going from here to there. Look what I did. This is my vertex. Point of intersection, and with the y, it was going to be 0, -3, which is this one. Okay? Sorry, guys. Now, here's another one that we could graph. This one, it says graph g of x 4x squared plus 4x plus 3. So again, we will complete the square. Y is equal to 4x squared plus 4x plus 3. So first, we will complete the square, but what we need to do first, we're going to factor out a. But first, factor out a. And let's do that. This is what we have. So let's get the 4 out. This is going to be 4x squared plus 4 over 4. What is it? 1 plus 3 over 4. All right. Now, let's complete the square. So we have x squared plus x plus equals to negative 3 over 4. So what do we have? We have half of this is 1/2. This number is squared is what? 1/4 plus 1/4. Okay? So we have x plus 1/2. Don't forget the 4. Okay? But plus 1/2. And what do we have here out of this? Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2 over 4, which is 1 over 2. Negative 1 over 2. So in this, on this side is 1 over 2. Okay? Hold on. That's how it is. Okay. We just complete the square. But what happened now? We need to distribute the 4. So let's do that. First, before we distribute the 4, we gotta do this one. So let's do it over here. X plus 1/2 times x plus 1/2. Okay, gotta do this part first. So it's x squared plus 1/2 x plus 1/2 x plus 1/4. What do we have here? Half and half, that's 1 plus 1/4. Correct? So we have x squared plus 4 plus 1/4 plus 1 over 2. Seems like I'm going in circles. Yep, because right here, what do we get from here? X squared plus x plus 3 divided by 4. Because this becomes 4 and this becomes 1/4 plus plus 1/2. This is what? This is 2/4, which is 3/4. There it is. But this is exactly what we had before. So we don't need to do this part because we have everything we need. We have it here. Okay. All we need to do is we're keeping the 2, we're keeping the 4, so this is what we have. 4x plus 1/2 squared plus what? Plus 1/2. So we didn't need it to do this part, okay? This part wasn't needed. But then we need to distribute this 4. And what I get is, what is it? 4/2 is 2. So now this is the same as ax minus h squared plus k, right? And we can get our vertex, which is hk, and it's going to be what? Negative 1/2 and 2. My axis of symmetry is going to be equal to negative 1/2. Now, we just need to find the intercepts, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. So this is what we have. This is the one that we got here, right? So we're going to find the y-intercept. That's when x is equal to 0. So this is going to be equal to 4. So it's going to be 4 times what? 1/2 square root of 1/2. So this is 4 times 1/4 plus 2. This is going to be 1 plus 2, 3. So when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. Now let's find the other one. X-intercept when y is equal to 0. So it's going to be 0 equal 4x plus 1/2 squared plus 2. So this is going to be equal to what? Remember, we moved this one, so we're going to subtract 2 on both sides. And what do we get? Equal to negative 2. Now, what do we need to do? Let me get another color here. I need to multiply by the reciprocal. So what do we get? We get x plus 1/2 squared equals to what? 2/4 is 1/2. Now, square root plus a minus square root. And what happens there? X is not real. So that means there's no x-intercept. Okay? And if we were going to graph it, we have the vertex, which was what? Vertex was negative 1/2, comma 2, and this one. That's only the two numbers that we have. So 1, 2, and 3. That's 0, comma 3, and negative 1, negative half. So let's do it here. 2, 1, and 2. So right here, this is my vertex, negative 1, comma 2. So it's going to go this way. I only found the y-intercept. There is no x-intercept. We couldn't find it because it's not real. We all know why, right? Because it's a negative square root. Now, I do have yeah, we could do this one. So this one is asking us graph. Oh no, this one we just have to find the vertex. And the vertex of the graph of y equals to x squared minus 4x minus 12. They want us to find the vertex. Okay, so let's complete the square. So we know positive 12. Move it to the other side. Now, half of this is going to be negative 2. Now, negative 2 squared will be 4, and we're going to add 4 on both sides. So what's my square here? X, my preferred square, x minus 2 squared. 14 plus 12, 4 plus 12 is 16. Now, here's my vertex form, which is x minus h squared plus k. So they're asking me for the vertex. So my vertex is what? Is 2 positive, comma, 16 negative. Now, what's the other one? Oh, I have another one just like this one, where we need to find the vertex too. the same, the graph of, and here's the y squared equals 2x squared plus 10x plus 15. So let's do it. So we know right, half of this one is going to be 5. 5 squared is 25 plus 25 on both sides. So let me get this one, x plus 5 squared. That's my perfect square. Negative 15 plus 25, that's what? That's 10, but I'm moving it to this side. It's going to be negative 10. So again, what I have here, so what is my vertex? So it's going to be negative 5, comma, negative 10. It's only asking me to find that. And oh, there's another one here. And this is from the homework, from Newton 9.6. So first, I'm going to find the vertex too. Okay, so I'm gonna factor out the 1, okay, the negative. So x, this is going to be positive, and this is going to be negative. All right, now remember we have this here, so we have the x squared plus 8x. So this one will be half of 8 is 4, squared will be 16, and we're adding 16 here. So what we have here is x plus 4 squared. Remember, I have a negative here. 8 plus 16, 24. When I move it to the side, it's going to be negative 24. X minus, this is my vertex form. So my vertex is going to be h comma k. H is going to be negative 4. This one is going to be 24. And if they ask you for the axis of symmetry, is negative 4, because x is equal to negative 4. Okay? Let me see if, no, I don't have anything else, guys. Okay?